Hey, what is up, guys? I am here to give you my WWE Night of Champions 2014 review. Thought it was actually a really good show. Not better than SummerSlam, but good show. This review is probably going to be up Monday. I should also mention that I ended up getting here to the pay-per-view late because I was just getting home from I went to the King Richard's Fair today, and I want some stuff, but I can't find it right now. So I'm sure I thought I had it on me though, but I guess I just wanted this stuff that's talked about how you're a kin. I became like a kin today, and it says, "It is hereby proclaimed," and it's supposed to say Owen Finch on it. I'm supposed to write that on it. "Witnessed by the Winds Games Master, has displayed great skills in Baylor and his majestuous gaming Glen, and by royal decree shall henceforth be granted Gonary knighthood and his Majesty's servant of the King Richard's Fair." So I got this one, says the same thing. I got one too for getting a cup on the yellow target, but since it was I could have won the cup, but it had to be on the target. It's probably a scam, but the King Richard's Fair was a lot of fun. But then I ended up going to Olive Garden afterwards because if we had not gone to Olive Garden, we would have made it back in time for the pay-per-view. So let's start with the pre-show. I didn't see the entire thing, but it was the hour-long pre-show. I probably watched not an hour of it, I can tell you that. And well, they called it the kickoff. That's the same thing. We have Renee Young, Booker T, Big Show, and Alex Riley on the panel. And on commentary, we had JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. They were also on commentary during the actual show. I want to talk about Roman Reigns' injury. I was going to talk about this in a separate video, but I didn't get back in time to talk about it, so I'll talk about it now. Apparently he had a herniated disc in his back. He ended up calling 911. It was just really hurting him, so he had to go get surgery on it. That sucks. WWE's lost pretty much a guy that they were going to push. The plans just went down the drain now. They've lost earlier this year. They lost CM Punk. He walked out on them. So then they had to go for the backup plan of Daniel Bryan because CM Punk was supposed to face Triple H this year at WrestleMania. So then they went with the backup plan with Daniel Bryan, had him face him, but then he got injured, so now he's out. Now Roman Reigns is out, and he was going to be the guy that they were going to build up to win the Royal Rumble and go on and beat Brock Lesnar probably for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Now what are they going to do? Because I heard he's going to be out for several months. Maybe their plan can still work. If Roman Reigns is healthy enough by the Royal Rumble, he can be like a surprise entrant. But yeah, this sucks for the WWE. They lost, like, Roman Reigns was going to be one of their stars they were going to really push. So now he's gone, but they still have maybe now this can be an opportunity now for Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose to push themselves up. Hopefully Bray Wyatt, because he really needs it now. But we'll see what happens. The pre-show though was really just kind of recaps and stuff. But we got the Peep Show with Chris Jericho, and Christian comes out because he's the host and talked about it was his return, and he still can't wrestle, I guess. Right. Good night. So he comes out and talks about all the great champions, and he talks about, he brings out Chris Jericho, and Jericho doesn't do the special jacket thing. He just flat out comes out. I'm gonna put the AC on real quick. Autumn here. But yeah, he comes out. He probably wanted to save it for the show, and they both are talking about the tag team that they used to have, and Jericho talked about how he came up with the name, the Sexy Beast or something. Christian talks about how he came up with the name they actually reused. Vitamin 7 or something. I think I didn't watch at the time when they were tag team, but that was, I think, the tag team name. And he talked about how Christian talked about how he led them to the tag team championships. And then Randy Orton comes onto the screen and talks about how they're both losers, and he compares them to all these couples out there. And he talked about how he's battled Christian so many times. He's never gonna that Christian can't even. That's why Christian can't even wrestle right now. And he also talks about how he's gonna destroy Chris Jericho, and he's gonna make him. The only time he's ever gonna be on TV is when he's on Total Divas. And then Chris Jericho says, well, the only thing you're going to be on is Total Jackass. And then the segment ended. So I thought it was an entertaining segment. It didn't get on, though, until like 8 minutes before the show was over. So everything else, the kickoff was really just, I guess, recaps. I don't really know. I fast forwarded until I got to that point. But that kind of sucks, though. I think they could have added like a match on there with like Bray Wyatt or something. Right? You could at least put Bray Wyatt on the show and had him face Big Show instead of having Big Show be on the panel, but whatever. That's probably going to be a match saved for in the future. And then we get to the actual show, same people on commentary. We get Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against Gold and Stardust. I should mention one thing I liked about this show was the presentation. How every time there was a title match, so for the tag team title match, they would show like the past tag team champions like Edge and Christian. Not the WWE, but of all time, like good tag teams that hold it. I think the APA, which consisted of Bradshaw and Farouk, also. Bradshaw is also known as JBO. Farouk is also known as Ron Simmons. What else was on there? I forget, but you know what I mean. They do the same thing with the U.S. The Intercontinental title. Oh, the Hart Foundation too was on there. Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I don't really remember though. I don't think they did it for the Intercontinental title actually. Maybe they did. I just don't remember it. But anyhow, this was a good match. Got a lot of time. It was a good opener. One thing I like is the Usos did this awesome tag team move to I think Stardust, where one of them tagged themselves in, and then he hung him up on the ropes, and then the other one hung him up on the ropes. I think this was Jimmy, because Jay is the one with the hurt leg in the match, because he still has the hurt leg. And Gold and Stardust are dominating Jimmy Uso for a while, so then he's able to fight them off and get the hot tag on. No, they were dominating Jay, then he's able to fight. He gets the hot tag and tags in Jimmy, and he goes off on. I think he went off on Goldust. And Goldust rolls out of the ring, and Jimmy Uso goes off the top and takes out Stardust. He goes off the barricade and takes out Stardust, and then Goldust hits a scoop slam right on the floor, which was awesome. And then Gold and Stardust dominate Jimmy for a while. Actually mentioned too, like Goldust had like face it was different. It was more blackish this time. It was more black than gold. So I wonder if the Gold and Stardust are gonna start becoming more darker now. But I thought this actually was good stuff. Jimmy Uso tried to go for the Samoan drop, but Stardust counted it into the neck breaker, which was awesome. And then Gold and Stardust just pretty much dominated the Usos for a while, just made simple tags in and out, and just continued to dominate Jimmy Uso. And then Jay Uso finally got the hot tag on Stardust, and something I really liked is he really got payback on Stardust by taking out his leg. He didn't just do like the typical moves. He actually went after his leg. He went through the pole and onto the post, and then he drop kicked it into the while it was in the ropes. And then Goldust tried to interfere, but then Jimmy Uso dived on Goldust. And then Jay Uso tried to go for the splash, but then Stardust got the knees up, and Stardust rolled him up, and they became and Gold and Stardust became the new tag team champions. I thought that was awesome. It's actually surprised. I didn't expect it to end there, and I I did pick them to win, but I actually didn't think they were going to win. I thought they were going to win up Connor and Victor of the Ascension up to the main roster and feud with the Usos for the tag team belts, but I guess that's not going to happen now. And I'm actually pumped. I can't wait to see Gold and Stardust run as tag team champions. I am looking forward to it. Can't wait. And then we got the next thing was Dolph and Al Ziggler got interviewed. It wouldn't surprise me if they made Dolph and Al Ziggler a tag team and Damien Mizdow and The Miz a tag team, considering the fact that I guess they're stunt doubles. I don't even really remember what they said. I think they talked about how Dolph's a movie star, but he at least cares about the WWE and the IC title to continue wrestling. I think that's what the moral of the interview was. And then we got the next match. We got Sheamus defending his United States Championship against Cesaro. One of the champions they showed was Sting, Eddie Guerrero, and Harley Race. I think they always showed the first champions. I don't even think they showed one for the IC title though, which was kind of strange. But anyhow, this was a good match. They started out by brawling. Sheamus tried to go off the top, and Cesaro caught him into the uppercut, so he dominated him for a good portion of the match. And then Sheamus started to make his comeback, and Cesaro hit a wicked clothesline on Sheamus, and continued to get to be the offense in. I was gonna say got the win, but that's not what happened. And then Cesaro continues, and then Sheamus starts to make a comeback. He hits the white noise, but then no, he went to hit the he didn't hope for the white noise. He went for the white noise, but then Cesaro counted into the slingshot uppercut, and he went to hit him, but Sheamus kicked out of it. I've had a cough, so I might cough a lot in this video. Probably noticed that. Then Sheamus hit the Irish Curse backbreaker. He went for the blow kick, and then Cesaro countered into a roll up, but Sheamus kicked out of it, and then Cesaro hit the he went for this earlier, the butterfly power. Wasn't the butterfly power bomb? It's like the butterfly suplex. But instead of throwing him, he does the power bomb. That's the best way I can describe it. But Sheamus kicked out of that, and then Sheamus went for the blow kick again, but Cesaro countered it, and he did like what's it called? I don't, not the Luthez press. The torture rack, but he like slammed him down. But Sheamus kicked out of that. And then Sheamus and Cesaro started brawling with each other. Cesaro started doing wicked uppercuts to Sheamus. He hit like the big boot in the corner. But then eventually Sheamus hit the bro kick for the win and retained his title. I wanted Cesaro to win this match so he wouldn't continue, because I'm afraid that now that he's lost, he's going to go on a downward spiral. But I think what's probably going to happen is he's going to feud with Rusev eventually down the line for the US title, and Rusev will beat him for the US title, so I'm fine with it then. I just don't want to see Cesaro fall again. He's too talented to fall. I understand he doesn't have the charisma, but he's got the good wrestling ability. He's alright on the mic. He doesn't have to talk, really, you know. He can just do all his talking in the ring, so I don't really know why they don't push Cesaro. I mean, they push Randy Orton. He's not that great on the mic, so why not push Cesaro? But and then Mark Henry's backstage. Big Show comes and hypes him up. Says, "You ready?" He's like, "I know I'm ready. I'm focused." And then he gives him like his attire, but a new attire. It's his attire, but instead it has like US flags on it and stuff. So I thought this was good stuff. I don't know why, but I thought Big Show was gonna come out and screw Mark Henry out of the match with Rusev tonight. I just kept thinking that. Oh, this match kind of was not that good. It was alright, but it wasn't that good. We got Dolph Ziggler with Al Ziggler defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz with Damien Mizdow at ringside. And we had Florida Georgia Line on commentary, which I don't know why it had to be for this match, because I really wanted to see them wrestle, but mainly the focus on was this band. that's not going to be playing that's going to play the Tribute of the Troops show in December. So I don't know. I thought this was dumb. The match, they didn't really pay attention to it because they kept cutting to them to Florida Georgia Line on commentary most of the match. So it really wasn't that anything special. But then Miz and Ziggler go on the outside, and then behind the left back, Damien Mizdow takes a cheap shot at Ziggler, and then our Ziggler tries to come up, but then Damien Mizdow takes him down, and then he starts talking trash to Florida Georgia Line, and then they shove Mizdow, and then our Ziggler fights Mizdow up to the back, and then the match actually did pick up. Right there, Miz got Ziggler in the figure 4. No, Ziggler hit the he hit something on him. Ziggler hit a super kick on Miz, and Miz kicked out of it. Miz got Ziggler in the figure 4, and Ziggler got the ropes. Ziggler got the Freemaster, and Miz kicked out of that. And then Damien Mizdow, who I guess apparently fought all Ziggler off, ran out, and Ziggler super kicked him, and this distraction allowed Miz to roll him up, and he held Ziggler's tights and won the match, became the new IC champion. I don't really know why they're throwing around the IC title, but I guess whatever, they're going to continue this feud, I guess. I don't know why they really need to, but I'll say though it's entertaining to say to see this stunt double stuff between Ziggler and Dolph Ziggler, because they're really not stunt doubles. They look nothing alike, and look them up online, because I am not going to tell you why, because it's more funny to tell you guys who don't know who these guys are. And then Seth Rollins come out and cut a promo since he was supposed to face Roman Reigns tonight. Obviously he can't since he had surgery. So he came out and said and bragged, talked about how Roman Reigns wasn't there. He says, talked about how 1 minute you're on top of the world, but then you're like Roman Reigns in surgery. And then Seth Rollins wants the referee to count and have him win by forfeit, so he does so. And then he has him raise his hand. And then Seth Rollins calls on an open challenge, and he says, anybody in the locker room, you know, like how they normally say it, anybody in the locker room, come out and wrestle me. And then we see this taxi pull up. I don't know why it was a taxi, but... And Dean Ambrose makes his return. I knew this was coming. Wasn't that big of a shock. It probably would have been more of a shock if Roman Reigns was wrestling, but whatever. I was so happy to see him though, and he pretty much just beats the crap out of Seth Rollins and Triple H and security. We saw Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury in there. Have to come holding Dean Ambrose back, and they tie his arms behind his back and take him to the, and I guess kick him out of the building. So I thought this was good stuff. And now they can lead to a Hell in a Cell match with Ambrose and Rollins, which is going to be awesome. The Hell in a Cell will have me into it. I'm actually looking forward to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view this year. We get some good stuff out of that show, but I can't wait to see that, and it's going to be fun. And then we got Mark Henry versus Rusev with Lana. I knew ahead of time that the match wasn't going to be that great, but the story, the build-up was good. But I knew the match itself wasn't going to be that great. Mark Henry came out, and afterwards Lillian Garcia, the ring announcer, sang the national anthem, and then Rusev came out, so I thought that was a nice touch. I kind of wish they would play the Russian national anthem. They would have played the Russian national anthem afterwards, you know. But that would have been cool. I also really want Raw to go to Russia. I think that would be awesome. I just want to see, can you imagine how much of a cheer that Rusev and Lana would get, and how much of a boo whoever just defended America? That'd be awesome. But anyhow, Rusev throws Mark Henry into the steel steps and back first. And then, so Rusev dominates Henry's back, and then Henry has a small comeback, and he hits the world's strongest slam, but he's too injured to go for the cover, so Rusev rolls out of the ring. And then Rusev kicks Mark Henry 3 times, and then gets the accolade on him, and Mark Henry taps out, and Rusev wins. So Yeah, the match wasn't anything special. But the build-up element was good for this match, but the match itself wasn't anything special. It was pretty predictable stuff. Then we got Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton. Good match here. I really like this match. I think this might be my match of the night, actually. But Chris Jericho pretty much beats the crap out of Orton, bounces him off the Spanish announce table, throws him into the steps, and then he tries to go off the top rope, and Orton stops him when he does the superplex, and then Orton pretty much takes control from there. Hold on, I need to catch my breath real quick. He hits the back suplex, not once, but twice, into Chris Jericho. He hits it once on the barricade like he normally does, and then he hit it on the announcer's table. One funny thing is when he was clearing the announce table, he actually handed JBL his hat, which was awesome. And they were like, oh, that's nice. And then he does the back suplex, and Michael was like, well, that wasn't nice. And then Orton continues to dominate, and then Chris Jericho starts to come back. He continues to make his comeback. And he went to put Orton in the walls to Jericho several times, but Jericho countered, and then Orton hit a scoop slam, went for the pin, but Jericho kicked out of it. And then Jericho hit the lion sword, Orton kicked out of that, and then he went for the walls, but Orton got out of it, and then he went for the punt, but Jericho tried to roll him up, but Orton got out of it, and then he went for the walls, but then Orton like threw him out of the ring, and then he hit the rope DDT, and he went for the RKO, but instead of Jericho turning around and he goes for it and he counters it, Jericho hit the code breaker, and Orton kicked out of that, which was awesome. And then Jericho tried to go off the top, and Orton took a long ass time getting up, but he finally got up, and Jericho went off the top, and Orton caught him in an RKO, and Orton won the match. So the match was good. I knew Orton was gonna win though, because I think this was Jericho's last match, unless he has another match tomorrow, and then he's gonna go back on tour with Fozzy. So it was good to see Jericho back this time. I got to see him live, so that was good. So I thought this was good stuff. Brie Bella gets interviewed. So she talks about like the Byron Saxton, who was interviewing her, asked her what you think of the Divas title match. Like, I'm glad somebody finally asked me that question, because wherever I go, people ask me about what you think about Nikki Bella stabbing her in the back. And then she says that Nikki Bella shouldn't win this match because she'll be so overconfident, and then she'll be over self-seceded, so she either wants AJ Lee or Paige to win. So then we get the Divas match. It was Paige defending the Divas Championship against AJ Lee and Nikki Bella. I thought this was good stuff. Nikki Bella impressed me in this match. I didn't think she was going to be as good as she was. She ended up doing like arm bars and stuff like that, so she impressed me in this match. She was aggressive too. Paige hit the big boot to both Nikki Bella and AJ Lee. And then I have allergies too, by the way, because my nose is really stuffy. And then what else? Nikki Bella went to do like a fall-away slam to AJ Lee, but she counted to the Black Widow, and Paige saved it. And then Paige tried to superplex AJ Lee off the top, but then well, she did, but then Nikki Bella came in with the power bomb. No, this is something I gotta trash. So let me catch my breath so I can trash this. So then Nikki Bella hits the torture rack backbreaker on Paige. Now, Brie Bella's in the arena. This is the perfect time for her to screw Nikki Bella out of the match, and she doesn't. She gets just broken up by AJ Lee. She didn't even appear in this match at all. This was the perfect This was the perfect time to further the feud and finally do something with it, but you didn't do it. That's just bullshit. But then so AJ Lee comes to break it up, and Nikki Bella just kind of bullies her, and then AJ Lee throws her onto the floor and gets Paige in the Black Widow, and she tries to counter it but can't. So Paige taps out and AJ Lee becomes the new Divas champion. So the toss of the Divas title, like it's nothing, pretty much. They're doing the same thing with the IC title and the Divas title. I hate that they're just tossing it around. They're playing like hot potato with it, so I'm not really a fan of that. Then we got the main event, Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against John Cena. This actually was a great match. I like this match. Probably better than the SummerSlam match, but as a match perspective, but not as a moment. Now, I got a little scared because John Cena right off the get-go hit the FU, but Lesnar kicked out of one, luckily. And then Lesnar got the Kimura in, Cena got to the ropes, and then he kind of just destroyed Cena throughout much of the match. He hit German suplexes, triple suplexes, the Kimura lock several times. He pretty much, and he destroyed him, but Cena tried to bounce some offense, but Lesnar wouldn't let him have it. Another good thing of the match was when Lesnar went to attack Cena in the corner, and Cena actually threw some elbows at Lesnar, and one of the elbows busted Lesnar open, and then so Lesnar took his gloves off after that. But Lesnar tried to charge Cena in the corner, and Cena hit the FU, and Lesnar kicked out of that. And then he hit another FU. No, he put him in the STFU. Lesnar got to the ropes. Lesnar put him in the Kimura again. Cena got to the ropes, and then Cena hit the FU and got him in the STFU. But Lesnar kept trying to get to the ropes, and Cena kept pulling him away. And then finally, after Lesnar wouldn't tap, Cena got the FU on him. But then when he was covering him, Seth Rollins came in and attacked him with Cena with the briefcase, hit him off the skull with it, and then hit the curb stomp on Brock Lesnar. This was probably to add time, I think, since there was no Roman Reigns. And then Seth Rollins tried to cash in the contract, and right when he was about to, Cena attacked him afterwards, and then he chased Rollins off, and then when Cena turned around, he got F5'd by Lesnar, and Lesnar walks out standing tall. This still shows that Lesnar's a beast, because he survived 4 FUs, the STFU, and a curb stomp, and still walked out. What a boss, right? Good, but this was good stuff. The DQ made sense because now that Rollins interfered, they're gonna put Lesnar and Cena inside the Hell in a Cell so no one can interfere. And they're gonna put Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell so nobody can interfere in that. That's gonna be good shit. I can't wait for Hell in a Cell this year. I'm actually pumped. I usually don't get pumped to see Hell in a Cell. I'm like, Hell in a Cell. You get to see Ryback versus CM Punk. It's usually just it's like the one. It's actually my least favorite pay-per-view, but this time I'm psyched to see it. I can't wait to see Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in Hell in a Cell, and Brock Lesnar and John Cena inside Hell in a Cell. And I liked it, but as for the pay-per-view, I thought this was a good pay-per-view. I liked the only matches I didn't enjoy too much was probably, I did enjoy the IC title match at the end, but much of it I didn't enjoy, and I didn't really enjoy the Rusev Henry match, but everything else was pretty good. Match of the night was Chris Jericho versus Randy Orton, but that's pretty much it, guys. You can leave your thoughts on the pay-per-view in the comments, and you can subscribe to this channel and everything else down below. I made it clickable now this time because last time when you clicked on the thing, you couldn't even subscribe to nothing. So I fixed that. So I want to probably fix it. I want to put it on all the other videos I've ever uploaded, which is going to take like 3 years. It's probably going to take a while though. But yeah, that's all I have to say, and I'll be back again to give you my Raw review tomorrow.